several full-time firefighters in Charlottetown.
And our Gold Cup Parade theme, a magical world of music, and you're going to see all kinds of floats depicting just that this year.
Yes, there's a lot of great music this morning as we went down the road to see all the floats. So it'll be a very entertaining parade.
And following right behind, we can see the flags of the Legion Color Party. The flag bearers from the Charlottetown Legion Branch Number 1, led by Eugene McCabe, carrying the flags this morning. John Thistle, Eddie Toombs, Herb Cleo, Hattie Doyle, and Gerald Coyle. A great group, always early on in the Gold Cup Parade.
What better reflection of the magical world of music and radio? CATN radio presents a variety of musical...
They're very serious this morning,
yes,
aren't they?
Well, it's early. maybe they're hungry too.
Maybe they're hungry as well. And a bit of music coming our way. It's the Truro Concert Band. It's our first marching unit this morning, all the way from Truro, Nova Scotia. 25-member brass marching band. They were the best in the 1991 Gold Cup Parade. In fact, they're Truro's oldest organization, established way back in 1875. Looks like they're going to run over us, but let's give a listen to the Truro Concert Band. The Truro Concert Band, and yes sirree, Canada.
Norman Campbell and Don Heron.
Hi.
The parade grand marshals. Now, I have to blurb about you little guys for a while. You both are recipients of the Order of Canada for your outstanding work in the Canadian arts community. Norman Campbell is an internationally acclaimed director and producer of television, and Don Heron, 7 Broadway shows behind you, 10 best-selling books. Charlie Farquharson is a popular character.
Camera, Don, I have to tell you.
And look at that. I hate to come between this great team of talent, but it's awfully nice to have you here, and I understand you both love Prince Edward Island.
She's like Betty Davis, Don. There's the camera.
We also love this parade, and they asked me to bring a loony along, so I brought him.
Perfect.
And I was a weatherman once, and I've arranged for all of this.
Well, good for
I was
you.
on Sable Island.
That's wonderful. Anyway, this is your day and your parade, so have a great time.
Thank you. Gee, I'm glad you're...
No one else but me.
Yeah. No, it's really great.
Bye.
Sweater.
And we've even got some pets. Verna checking out the parade.
Yes, we'll see a lot of animals by the time the parade is over. Here's another float. The War Amputations of Canada's Play Safe float is back. Astar is the space-age safety symbol, and he warns children to play safely. He reminds them that because he's a robot, he can replace his limbs, but children can't. The children on board here are from the Maritime region and are all members of the War Amps program. Many of them have lost limbs in accidents and know the importance of playing safe. On the float this year is 11-year-old Misty Gallant from Summerside. They look like they're having fun this morning, Roger.
They sure are, and you know, a parade is for kids. They just love it. Just love it.
Or kids at heart, like us.
Ah, we're just not that old, are we, Mom? At
Well,
least
I'm
not
not.
you. The CHDN Award, and it goes this year to the best institutional entry. And they're back again. It is Holland College. The theme, the magical world of music, celebrating the parade theme with the 125th anniversary of Canada as well with this colorful float. It's their 4th year in the parade. See staff and students getting in the mood, dancing to the 125th anniversary theme song. Listen to the land. Let's us give a listen.
There's a fun float.
The float was designed by Joe Muse and the drafting instructor at Holland College. Elmer McDougall and a number of his students had putting the instruments on the float, and Al McRae of the Motor Vehicle Repair Department is doing the driving, although we can't see him.
I don't know where the driver could possibly be in this float.
We met him this morning, and it looked like a runaway Holland College.
Here's a chance for Islanders to meet some of their radio personalities this morning on the CHDN float. 720 CHDN depicts the magical world of music and sport. Radio hosts Mitch Cormier, Barry Rogers, and Kirk McKinnon are on board with some of the 720 CHDN classic tunes. There they are. CHDN also reminds you that there's an upcoming Labatt Canadian Senior Men's Fast Pitch Championship to be held August 31st through to September 6th.
And that's taking place in the community of West Royalty, and I believe West Royalty has a float in this year's parade. We'll be meeting them a bit later. The best horse and rider combination, and we've got not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5.
We've got 5. Yes, and they're all coming along here together. We've got an Arabian princess there, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
We have, there's the Arabian princess right there,
Yeah.
close up. And an early 19th century bride. Who else have we got there?
That's a great way to travel, isn't it?
Yeah, sure beats a car.
Individuals involved: Debbie Peters, Jamie Constable, Christine Ness, Hal Constable, and Darcy Ford. Your best horse entry. Allied Youth, a nonprofit organization which focuses on developing leadership skills and positive self-image in teenagers. Here's Natasha Gallant of Oysterbed Bridge, and she is Miss Allied Youth for 1992.
AY is a great organization because it works on projects with seniors, with the handicapped, drug and alcohol education, and with environmental concerns.
Natasha Gallant, Oysterbed Bridge. Here's the Kidney Foundation, their entry in the PEI branch of the Kidney Foundation. It's their 2nd year in the parade. You know, many people in Prince Edward Island are waiting for transplants, and the foundation wants the general public to give a lot of consideration to being an organ donor. Their motto is recycle yourself. The PEI Kidney Foundation. The banner is carried by Mitzi Ann Harrison and Kelly Roach. There we see them.
Right, as you can see, the kidney says, "I love you with all my kidney."
And we go to New Glasgow, Nova Scotia for the first of our numerous Cayley pipe bands in this year's parade, 18 members. The group wearing the distinguished red Fraser tartan under the direction of Drum Major Gary Dara. They have never missed a Gold Cup parade. Their 31st appearance. Give a warm welcome to the New Glasgow Cayley Pipe Band.
this year. And we have Over the Rainbow float. And on this float are 10 of the first babies born 10 years ago. Right next to me is Rob Wilson. He was baby number 1. And over here is Colin McKinnon. Now, do you guys have something to say to the hospital?
Happy anniversary!
You got it. See ya.
Kathy Ann's getting around. Here's the Kiwanis Club.
The Kiwanis Club of Charlottetown is here with the message, let your voice be heard. We have some karaoke singers on board, as you can see them there at the back, and they all sound like recording stars. The Kiwanis Club would like to remind Islanders that PEI is a better place because we all have a voice, and they urge us to express it.
And they've been in operation, Berna, since 1947. That's 45 years ago. They funded a number of projects across the province. Here in the Charlottetown area, the Victoria Park Swimming Pool, the Little League Baseball Diamond, Charlottetown Air Cadets, and they've been very instrumental in Prince Edward Island in promoting and bringing off the PEI Block Parent Program. Bear's enjoying himself.
Yeah, there's some great singers back there.
And here is the entry from the Dr. John Gillis Memorial Lodge, a community care nursing facility in Eldon, just east of Charlottetown. Their motto is, caring is what we do best. We've got the Pipers, Lodge residents Mary Condon and Mac McLeod on board. The 4th year that the Lodge has been in the parade. And some music, including Duncan Matheson on keyboard, Mark Buell on the bagpipes, and Sterling Baker on the fiddle. The John Gillis Memorial Lodge.
There's Charlottetown.
Looking for snow.
Yes, it's only August. You don't really want to think about snow, but it's nice to see Charlottetown and be reminded that the Charlottetown Winter Carnival Committee is ready with plans for 1993. Charlottetown's great winter party promises to chase away the blues of winter, and we're happy to look forward to another great carnival in the new year.
And that comes up in February of 1993.
When it comes to energy conservation, the hottest light bulbs these days are krypton bulbs. And now Maritime Electric is offering a rebate of $1.50 on every specially marked box of...
Little Harbor, just east of Surrey.
It's just east of Surrey, Roger.
I know lots of people down there. Mildred Campbell, a good old friend. I bet you know Mildred.
Yes, I know Mildred.
She's now living in Surrey. Yeah, she's now living in Surrey, and I guess we could say hi to her. She wouldn't mind that this morning.
No, she wouldn't mind. She's probably watching out there in Surrey. Here's a float from Peaks Wharf. This is a great spot to visit in Charlottetown because it offers a unique number of shops and boutiques, and they're all under one roof.
I want the spinning wheel.
What would you do with the spinning wheel,
I don't know,
Roger?
just use it, just sit it in the room, look at it.
Okay.
I couldn't use it, I wouldn't know how.
That's what I thought. Located at the Charlottetown waterfront, Peaks has chosen the Good Ship Lollipop to be their theme for the parade. You can see it there. Some people on board enjoying some giant lollipops.
The Good Ship Lollipop. It's a gorgeous facility down around Peaks Wharf. The restoration work that has gone on over the last 5 or 6 years has been incredible.
Think they'd throw us up a lollipop?
A lobster would be better. We'll have to go to your neck of the woods for that, right?
That's right.
Well, we've got lots of antique cars in this year's Gold Cup Parade, and very soon we're going to be running into not a car, but a truck. This is a 1938 Diamond T, 3-ton, owned by Drake Truck Bodies Limited. It's a 2-tone gray, and the Diamond T was taken over, now forms part of the white GMC Volvo truck group. Costumes depict the dirty 30s.
Here's a 1966 Ford Mustang owned by Warren Phillips of East Royalty. As you can see, it's a light blue. It's got 47,000 miles on it, but great for island summers. It's got air conditioning inside. It's won first place trophies in car shows, plus best engine, best chrome, best interior, and best paint. Wow. That's a member of the PEI Antique Auto Club. There's Warren Phillips.
And this red 1952 International half-ton comes from Roger and Darlene Spence of Charlottetown. It won the best antique truck at the recent Montague Car Show in July, as well as various other awards over the last number of years. The original was restored by Spence and McLeod.
We have some of our clowns.
As Kathy Ann was saying, 47, I believe.
Wow. We're going to keep everybody busy this morning.
The Island Building Supplies float. We come now to Orwell Corner's historic village. Float coming to you all the way from Orwell Corner. A great place to visit as it recreates the life, the atmosphere of 100 years ago. The theme, let's have a Kaylee. And they do each and every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. On board the float are Wendell Boyle, staff members, and as well members of the board of directors of the Orwell Corner Historic Village. Coming to the parade for the last 10 years. It's great to see them here in 1992. That's a big fiddle. Here's a group that...
maybe I should know.
Yes.
This is a clean and healthy way to enjoy your vacation. Rails to Trails is a volunteer organization interested in utilizing the abandoned rail land for a variety of recreational uses, such as biking, hiking, cross-country skiing, skidooing. I believe the first 6 kilometers have been completed in Elmira. That's up not far from Surrey, you got it, in Kings County, and it's a great trail.
So we got all kinds of kids, ponies. That's a nice way to ride. A very happy group. UPI Student Union is back this year. A Magical World of Music, the theme for the parade, and they're going off to university. A number of children grow up. They play music, loud music, we're told. Nice freckles. Here's the float that was incorporated, the student union that is, in 1971. Stands for education, expanded horizons. And this is the Voluntary Resource Council.
Right, this is the second year the Voluntary Resource Council has participated in the parade. And I think we...
Bridge in Charlottetown on the antics of... Aha! Southport is a fun place to live. This is the Community Council float. Brand new entry this year. It's the 20th year of incorporation. There it is.
Mom, I'm bored. Well, these kids don't look bored. That's a common phrase parents hear over the summer months, but not the parents of these children.
1991. There's 20-year-old Denise Doyle, and last year, her horse Portent won it all, driven by Doug Brown. That's 1 year ago tomorrow night. She is the daughter of
Berry Marching Band. This is a 30-piece trumpet and drum marching jazz band from Port Hawkesbury in Nova Scotia. The members include ladies and gentlemen aged 9 to 39. They're real crowd pleasers, well-dressed and well-traveled. Let's listen to the band right now. The runner-up of the Miss Majorette of Canada, and she has won over 3,500 individual awards. Where do you put them?
My basement. Nobody does them.
I don't blame them. So what's your secret? What makes you so good?
Practice. Practice makes perfect.
Show us some of that.
Marklands, 1969. They were organized, and they've been around. They won first place recently at the Rainbow Festival competition. Is cows, and we just got a sample of that, a beautiful milkshake.
They must have heard us saying they were hungry.
We were hungry and thirsty, and these are kind of nice looking. They're upright cows, aren't they?
That's right. I think they speak even.
As they say, they move you.
The city of Charlottetown proudly presents the world of the music box dancer, as you can see. A lively toymaker's carousel adorns the front of this self-propelled float, which is operated by Ed Smith.
David Moore, Benita Moore, and
whose purpose is to develop and promote safety, friendship, and goodwill in motorcycle touring, and also to promote a favorable image with the general public. Flags are the theme of the entry and represent the areas
of life, the theme of the Canadian Youth Pro-Life Organization, depicting the world reaching out to embrace a generation of young people, reaching out to embrace everyone. This unique pro-life organization has had a float in the parade. The organization, by the way, planning a national conference which will be held right here in Charlottetown come October 16th, 17th, and 18th. It's all been made from recycled newspaper and cardboard. The base, a half-ton truck. Team parent contacts for this program, by the way, are at
Rumble of the Heather Bells Pipe and Drum Band. 30 members have made the trip to the island today. They've been performing for over 20 years and wear the Sutherland tarp. They're previous winners of the Best Pipe and Drum Band in the Gold Cup Parade. Let's give them a listen.
Business on the island, Afton Lee Farms. It's owned by John Baird and it's home of the giant sunflower. John's wife Faye has always thought it strange that there's never been a gold cup and saucer in this parade. Well, there is one now, folks. There's over 800 sunflowers on this entry. It's absolutely beautiful, and we wish John and his family all the best with their new business, Afton Lee Farms.
When it comes to energy conservation, the
big crowd in attendance, especially around the reviewing stand here on Grafton Street. There's the Southland.
There's Kathy Ann.
Kathy Ann is a bit of a lull in the parade here. We're about half.
How early were you here to get this curb?
Well, we were here about 10 o'clock.
Well, that's not bad. There's a lot of people everywhere, and they all seem to be having so much fun. And I'm having a great time, too, Roger, just bopping in and out and catching all the action firsthand.
Kathy Ann, you're doing just a super job, and it's great to have Young at Heart on the street. I'd be played out by now. Well,
you'd have had to stop and sit on a float for a rest.
I would have had to do that. I've gone right to the other end of the parade grounds. It's approximately 3 miles for especially these youngsters who are in the parade. I'm thinking of the Sparklets, which we saw earlier from Halifax. I mean, some of those kids are only 5, 6, 7 years of age.
And some of these marching bands playing and marching the whole way.
The good thing about it is that it's not raining, because especially with the pipe bands, a lot of them would not take part in the parade. And there's, of course, they're trying to tell everyone.
MICFCY, it's 1961 1991 Pontiac hardtop owned by Eldon Acorn of Crossroads.
Lots of spit bought this spring by Roy McMillan. The truck's been restored over the last couple of months in great condition. The first time Roy of Cherry Valley has brought the 54 Dodge 3-ton to the Gold Cup Parade.
O'Connell. This car was
The length of them. It's kind of a dark blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we have a 64 Chevy Impala. It's looking in, Vernon.
No, not like the car at my house.
Under the guidance of Roger Trevor. This group, just 1 year old. And we have Daniel Albert on tuba, Des Gupta on French horn, Dina Bellamy, Regina Bassett, and Amanda Hill.
Is the 1991 reigning Queen of the Furrows, Carrie Lee Arnold, who is from St. Teresa's, who is attended by 2 future queens, and the girls vying for this year's title. There are the future queens right there. This is the first year for the Furrows Queen float in the parade, and it portrays the feeling of down-home country and old-time music for your listening pleasure. The Queen of the Furrows pageant is held in conjunction with
and volunteer group, and this year it goes to the Children's Wish Foundation. They haven't got a small truck. There's the little one hearing the horn.
Can't help but hear that.
The foundation grants wishes by the way of island children who are diagnosed with terminal or life-threatening diseases. Over the years, many country and western music stars have helped to make a child. Comes from the Charlottetown Rotary Club on the 75th anniversary celebrations on Prince Edward Island this year.
We have some of the hairstylists and beauticians here on board with 60s hairstyles. And girls, let's go to the hop. Oh, we're going to miss it.
Doing the hop. Kathy Ann is sitting down, but it's not fair. Get up, get up! The Victorian Beauty Room.
Right, so this Humane Society is on the move, aiming at providing better care for homeless animals on PEI. There you see Fabian, who's
Isn't he
4
great?
years old. We met him earlier this morning. The happy sound of nautical music and dancing.
Award for the best commercial float. It goes this year to Sobeys, a billion-dollar supermarket business who pride themselves, they say, in bringing freshness and quality to their customers each day. This float, a colorful, animated basket of freshness for the enjoyment of all. The characters move and play music as they turn in a circle. The rest of the fruit in the basket are just looking on with all of the other parade watchers. The best commercial float receiving the Diagnostic Chemicals Prize at a luncheon a bit later on. Unique, eh?
It must have taken a lot of work. Well, the Dunvegan Girls Pipe and Drum Band are known as the ambassadors of Westville, Nova Scotia. There are 26 band members who range in age from 10 years to 17 years of age. The pipers wear the Wallace tartan and the drummers wear the McLeod tartan, each complementing the other there, as we can see.
And we have Kelly McIntyre's drum major, pipe major, Jennifer Lay's. A quick listen to the Dunvegan Girls Pipe and Drum Band. we have parent finders, Prince Edward Island, a volunteer, and displaying someone that has carried out a search, a successful search. Members of
This is a first-time entry into the parade. The Crossroads Lions Club was formed 16 years ago, and the president is Larry McDonald. The float, as you can see, has a Christmas theme, bringing attention to the good works the Lions Club does with seniors and children's groups.
And you have got perhaps the world's biggest Santa Claus parade. Certainly Prince Edward Island's biggest barbecue. This is Herb and the gang. Herb, a handy thing for almost any occasion. Peter and the Rockets, featuring Peter Fullerton and his band with Portafit, the Sizzler. Chevy's dancers.
The Islanders love their radio and they love to dance. This next float combines the two with Q93 and the Chevy's dancers. And what are they dancing to? Achy Breaky Heart. Q93 plays today's country favorites and is the home of the Saturday Night Hoedown, Country Roots with Bill McEwen, and of course, the Eric McEwen Show. Announcers on board are Lee Drake, Scott Chapman, J.P. Goody, Jim Ferguson, and Colin McCauley. Let's take a listen.
Watch out for my mind. It might be walking out on me today. Feel my heart, my breaking heart. I just don't.
Well, I have the winner of the most humorous entry here. It's the Malpac Regional Arts Council. Now, hey Joe, Mr. Giz, I understand being a politician can make your head swell, but this is ridiculous. How are you doing?
We're doing very well, Kathy Ann. It's a wonderful day on the island for a parade, and this is the big parade on the island.
Certainly is, and you're the big head on the island. I was talking to your press corps member, Mr. Premier, about this organization, and it's a newly formed regional arts council, Eastern Prince and Western Queen, and it's only 10 weeks old, and there's already 50 members. It was formed to enhance the beauty and quality of the area and also bring joy to people, and it looks like they're off to a pretty good start.
Thank you very much, Kathy, and that's the way I see it too, down here in Charlottetown.
And that, of course, the most humorous entry, and they get the Messy Seeds of York prize. Here we have Ray McNevins, a stretch limousine. Summer, a good time for weddings, Verna?
That's right, that's what I hear, Roger.
Fall's even better, I hear.
Fall's even better, Roger. Early fall.
Brides looking for ideas. Of course, the wedding place has really everything that you're looking for. Created this fantasy of a bride or wedding party preparing for.
And we'd like to tell all the men out there that these brides in real life are not married.
All are free. All are single. So all the grooms to be out there.
They're all ready.
They've got the outfits. All you have to do is ask, right?
That's right. That's a beautiful float, right?
It is gorgeous, and the wedding place serving brides and grooms since it opened way back. Here's a big lad. This is Homer. No, that's not Homer. That's one of Charlottetown's finest. But we just had a glimpse of Homer. He's 8 feet tall. All part of the Home Hardware entry. Home Hardware, of course, they're Charlottetown's the crowd.
We even have a Home Hardware in Surrey, Roger.
Aha.
That's right, that's where my mom is, and she's watching the parade while she's working.
But she's not 8 feet tall like Homer, right?
No, she's about 5 feet tall.
Featuring a variety of Murray River area each year get together and take part in the annual Northumberland Fisheries Festival. And here is Rachel White, the 15-year-old daughter of Robert and Linda from Wood Island. She is Miss Northumberland Fisheries. And 19-year-old daughter of Frank and Alice Roberts. Susie planning to attend Holland College this fall. She'll be represented Saturday night, representing the horse Big Buck.
Of Wilfred and Linda Polton of Hazelbrook, going into her second year at UPEI. And she hopes to enter marketing. Jody has selected Kilcairn Ingle.
Girl is Monica Taylor. We picked her horse No Small Praise, another great name. Monica is the 23-year-old daughter of Armand and Linda Taylor.
Right, she drew the horse Blush of Spring for the race tomorrow night. Wena is the 21-year-old daughter of Evelyn and Wilfred Smith of Hunter River. Wena will be returning to Halifax in the fall to complete her final year in the dental hygiene.
Well, I'm with the Second Island Band in the parade today, the Charlottetown Community Clash. We're going to pick up the pace here. Now, the Community Clash was formed about 4 years ago by Gordon Lawler and Frank Purdy. And here, I have a question to ask this man. How many gigs a year do you get?
One.
One? This is it. Why are you called the Clash?
It's because we're all dressed up in crazy outfits and we clash with everybody. And that's why we're called Charlottetown Community Clash.
Well, your music doesn't clash. Let's give it a listen. Take it away.
Behind the Community Clash is Patricia McMillan, the 19-year-old daughter of Wayne and Linda McMillan of Hunter River. She received her education in the field of human services, and she plans to work with people with special needs. A warm Prince Edward Island and Gold Cup parade welcome to Pat McMillan.
She's 19 years old and lives in Lewis Point Park. She's the daughter of Ben and Ken Cleveland of West Royalty and of Harold Andrews of Fredericton. Jennifer will be entering her sophomore year in the education program at UPEI. For her horse, she has drawn King Tyler.
Paula Parkman, the 19-year-old daughter of Lyle and Helga Parkman of Milton, just completed her first year in the Bachelor of Arts program at the University of Prince Edward Island. She plans to become a social worker. Warm welcome to Pamela, and she's pinning her hopes in Saturday's big race on Keystone Lingo.
She's the 19-year-old daughter of Lester and Marilyn McDonald of Winslow. Rachel is entering her second year at UPEI and plans to major in psychology. She will be represented in the race by Christopher C. Down.
Start beating at the Department of Recreation's Active Living program, encouraging people to make physical activity a regular part of everyday life. A couch potato in this float is Jason Jennings. That's really not a good example, but take a cue from the rest of the crew. They're out dancing, walking, working in the garden, very simply, keeping very active. There's Jason. Active Living's couch potato. Somebody's got to do it. And we have here the winner of the first-time entry. The best first-time entry will get the Bill Lynch Shows Prize.
That's right. This is a healthy mix of exercise and fun on this great float. The Fit Company is a health and workout center located in the Polyclinic. Moving to the Music is their theme, and this is being co-sponsored by Thompson & More Screen Printing. Giant Sneaker, which you may be able to see, is provided by Island Construction. Fit Company owners Myrtle Jenkins Smith and Elaine Kenny invite you to strap your sneakers on and get involved in aerobics, step aerobics, power walking, stair climbing, pumping iron, or whatever else makes you
Ladies and gentlemen, aerobic instructors, certified qualified aerobic instructors doing their step demo in the middle of the step there. Right a little float. Check it out, Fit Company, leading the island in professional fitness and development. Come on down, check us out, 199 Grafton Street, Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island.
This morning to the only majorette group on Prince Edward Island. These are the West Point Majorettes. All members are from O'Leary and surrounding areas. This group was formed in 1986 and has 45 members. They range in age from preschool to 16. They take part in 13 or 14 parades during the summer months, so they're very busy. They've also won numerous awards for Best Marching Group, Best Majorette Show, or, as the girls say is their favorite, Most Attractive Entry. And we can see that's for sure. This will be the 6th year in the Gold Cup Parade.
What did we do before Achy Breaky Heart came along?
I don't think we danced or exercised or
No, we were just
anything
couch
at all.
potatoes,
Couch
right?
potato. The couch potato was is from, you guessed it, Surrey.
The West Point Majorettes. Kids are preschoolers, some of them they're as young as 4 years of age.
There's some little ones coming at the very end, I see. Aren't they cute?
Someday I'm going to lead this group. That's the encouragement, right? Looks like they took the steering wheels off of some of the antique cars, right?
Have you checked your car this morning, Roger?
No, I just left it idly by. Here's Dolly and friends from the Doodle Stables and Kennels, located 2 miles north of Tignish, Prince Edward Island. They began breeding and training and raising miniature horses about 3 years ago. There was a small trailer pulled in this morning, and there was how many? 4 or 5 or 6
small horses in space for 1 horse.
We've got Carmel and Princess, the black pinto in the cart, which you can see is Blue Ridge Ann. Jewel of the Isle is there, a yearling chestnut pinto stallion. Dolly and Friends, that's the theme.
Here's another award winner coming up. This is the community of West Royalty, who won the Confederation Court Mall Award of Excellence. This rowing. The theme of the float is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Dorothy and others have arrived in Montgomery. He is. There's Paul.
Sir John A. MacDonald.
That's right, and some other fathers of Confederation, and we know there wouldn't be a Canada if the fathers of Confederation hadn't met here at the Charlottetown Conference.
And each day they meet in front of Province House in Charlottetown.
Yes, they do 2 short plays every day as well.
They're down at Peaks Quay, I believe, at lunchtime, and they play at in front of Province House at 4 in the afternoon. And I'm sure your friend enjoys playing and meeting, and you know the history that you learn is incredible.
The parade is an island tradition, and by broadcasting it, we allow the people who aren't able to be here today to share in the excitement. And with the rebroadcast tomorrow, even those of us who are here today can enjoy it again tomorrow.
Well, on behalf of all Islanders, we thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we'll go back to the parade and enjoy it some more.
On the float, Verna, are 2 pink motorcycles. I think that's Shane or Mike. Do you?
I don't think so.
No. Held here in Charlottetown. Margaret Hamley.
That's definitely not Achy Breaky Heart we hear.
Well, we've had a number of pipe bands in this year's parade. Here is one from Prince Edward Island. The band is the melting pot of the island-wide adult pipe band and the Summerside Junior Pipe Band. Scott McCauley opened the College of Piping and Celtic Performing Arts in Summerside a couple of years ago. He is the band leader. In May, he was joined by drumming instructor Leanne Bradshaw. Under their instruction, this pipe band has competed in many competitions throughout the Maritimes. Scottish concerts in the community of Summerside each Monday and Thursday at the College of Piping. Ladies and gentlemen, the Caledonia Pipe Band.
the Caledonia Pipe Band, and here we have Heritage 92. The objective of this group is to preserve our island heritage for future generations. And there, as you can see, seniors will have an opportunity to tell stories of the past. And this collection of tapes will be stored at the Provincial Archives.
The most outstanding entry in this year's Gold Cup parade. It comes from the Confederation Center of the Arts. Musical, magical moments from the Charlottetown Festival. On board are the jukebox and disc jockey desk. From a closer walk with Patsy Cline just down the street from our location at the Mackenzie Theatre, playing Monday through Saturday. Also featured are props from Le Café Acadien, along with an Acadian performer. Of course, the summer picnic scene on this particular float, a much-loved musical, and of Green Gables. Canada's 125th anniversary this year is celebrated through a new musical, The Great Adventure. A number of children's lunchbox theater participants from the Memorial Hall program. The most outstanding President's Cup winner in this year's parade.
When it comes to energy conservation, the hottest light bulbs these days are krypton bulbs.
And a very big crowd, Berta McPhee. Just a big crowd.
Also in the windows as well, I see. On the rooftops.
Coming into view, we have the Mill Stream Barn. This is the old Mill Stream at Brackley. You can hitch a horse, swing your partner to an old-fashioned barn dance, or bite into a tasty leg of chicken. Gordy McCollum, busy each day with his trail rides, cottages, trout fishing, just about anything your heart desires to make your vacation on Prince Edward Island a happy one. On board the float, we have Hillbilly Rock. That is the Hillbilly Rock Band with Maxine McLeod. Maybe we can give them a bit of a listen.
Fifth and final segment of this morning's Gold Cup Parade.
Yeah, Roger.
Now we're going to watch her get off that. That's what I'm going to watch her. We'll just stay with this for a minute.
She's brave. No hands, Mom. The musical theme of the parade takes on a serious note with this float from the Charlottetown Fire Prevention Office. The theme of the float is, "It is music to our ears," referring to the sound of smoke detectors ringing in the event of a fire. Through the funding of the PEI Mutual Fire Insurance Company.
Eleanor Crockett of Cornwall, a two-door hardtop, to owner, and newly painted. Lots of chrome restored to its original condition.
Now, this is a beautiful vehicle.
Alan coming from Hunter River, Prince Edward Island, 53 Fargo. Equally as nice.
It's got a great horn on it.
They're very proud of the T22 Model T 3/4 ton. That'll zip along at 24 miles an hour.
Not a winterized vehicle, I don't
for
think.
sure. Now we go to Parsboro, Nova Scotia very soon for a look at their Citizens Band. 12-member group today, 11 to 18 years of age. It's their 40th year in existence. They were up at 3 a.m. this morning to take the boat to Prince Edward Island. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Parsboro Civic. 49 new members will be inducted into the Shriners. 22 from Prince Edward Island, the remainder from Nova Scotia. Please welcome the Shriners, always putting on a good show at parade time. This morning they're here with their jolly trolley. We'll see that in a few moments. Mini cars and scooters. 8. Sir Philman in the research of burns, bone disorders, spinal cord injuries, and related medical conditions. If you have or know of a child with any of these problems, it's very simple. Just approach a Shriner and he will help make out an application for assistance. No charges ever made to the patient or the parent's family. The president of the Island Shrine Club is Irwin Judson, by the way. All travel and treatment costs generally paid for by the Shriners. Doing good work here in Atlantic Canada. And a very big contingent. I think our own friend Kathy Ann is stuck somewhere on the street. Right behind the Twilight Temple here. I can hear her. Here we go.
Oh, seriously. Oh, whoa, let me off. This is dangerous. Wow, there's millions of Shriners here. They're everywhere.
You're under arrest. Get in there.
Oh, great.
Hold it.
Okay, I'll just...
This is the paddy wagon, Kathy Ann. Do you need help? Can you hear me, Kathy Ann? Do you need help?
Oh,
you need help.
They told me there would be days like this. But hey, it's the Gold Cup Parade. Hey, they are the Shriners, and they do a lot of good work. And I hope I'll see you at the end of the parade. Bye.
Bye. That's a shame. Isn't that terrible?
They're taking her away.
What are we going to do?
You'll have to do the weather, Roger.
It's okay if it's sunny, but...
if not, you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. Great bikes, great cars.
And more Shriners.
There are blocks and blocks and blocks of Shriners.
They put on a good show.
And we think there's lots in Charlottetown. You know there's over 1 million in North America. Although it may sound that they're not all here today, and a lot are.
About half.
About half of them.
Did you want one of those for Christmas, Roger?
Wouldn't it be great?
Go back and forth to work in the snowstorm.
Yeah. Put chains on, you'd be all set.
Yep.
They never have an accident either. They're very, very careful in what they're doing. That's not easy. And they have their clowns. Seems each year they add 2 or 3 entries.
Well, if it rains, they won't have a problem. They're well protected with those hats.
Some are very unique, aren't they? Here we have the PEI bodybuilders working out to the music, the theme of their entry. Amateur Bodybuilding Association of Prince Edward.
Nilsling and Karen Mayer, hosts of our CBC Main Street afternoon show 4 to 6. Best thing happening on the island. Hi.
They didn't tell me I was going to be steering. I thought she was steering half the way around, I swear.
He's supposed to be steering, which means that we've been totally out of control for the whole parade. But surely I just.
She's not Shirley, she's Kathy Ann.
Anyways, you guys look great and it's fun, hey?
Oh man, it's a regular.
Remember, we're losing our voices, but we're having a good time, and the kids are just having a blast.
They're stacked up and down the route, 4 deep. It's great. I mean, it's really a riot. I just love this.
Good, and it's great to see Main Street here at the parade. Keep up the good work, and I'm gonna run back that way.
Run! I want to see you run. Run hard.
Okay.
Nils Ling and Karen Mara, hosts of the a number of other entries coming your way, but our time is running out very, very quickly. We want to take this opportunity to thank you for being with the parade. And a reminder that you can catch it all tomorrow morning at 7:30 as we rebroadcast from 7:30 until 9 a.m. And Verna McPhee, it's been a distinct pleasure having you on board. Hope we can do this again soon.
Really?
Yeah, did you have fun?
I had a great time.
And I know Kathy Ann really enjoyed herself, didn't she?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, say hello to everybody down east and or up east or out east or thank you very much. It's
Thanks
been
for
fun.
having me here.
And thank you for spending the last hour and a half with us here at CBC as we brought you the 92 Gold Cup Parade. From all of us, do enjoy your day, and I hope you win tomorrow night for the 33rd running of the Gold Cup race.
This has been the CBC television production of the 1992 Gold Cup Parade. Thanks to the corporate sponsor for today's program, Maritime Electric Company Limited. The show